Our top story. A Caribbean private sector-led regional ferry service was launched on Tuesday, January 23rd, with the aim to increase and improve transportation among several regional countries, including St Lucia. The service is expected to begin by year-end and was launched one day after LIAC 1974 Limited to its final flight. The ferry service investors are hoping to fill the void. Gvd Eiffel reports.
Connect Caribbean wants to secure US $50 million to get the first phase of the ferry service in operation. The phase rollout, expected to come on stream in the last quarter of 2024, will offer service on multiple vessels with the capacity to transport up to 8,000 passengers, cargo, and manufactured goods and produce. Dr. Andre Thomas, co-founder and chief executive officer of Upturn Funds Caribbean Pleon Group, is one of the investment partners. He says the service will be expanded by the end of 2024.
We're looking initially at starting with 3 vessels. One will have a capacity of around about 800 passengers. It will have about 200 first-class cabins where people can lie down, sleep, with bathrooms and everything. So it's going to be a great customer experience. It will have restaurants on board. It will be very similar to a cruise experience. And then we'll have a fast ferry that will complement that. And then we'll have a cargo ship, dedicated cargo ship, that would move between Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados, and St Lucia.
Thomas also stated that the private sector-led ferry service would create job opportunities with over 200 people employed in the project's first phase.
The jobs that will be created within the headquarters, that's the second level of jobs. There are also jobs that are going to be created in the cargo division, and then the jobs that are going to be created from the e-commerce division, because the e-commerce division will need to have folks that the goods have to come into the warehouse. They have to be verified. Then they have to move. So there's going to be warehouse jobs created, and then there are going to be jobs created in every single destination that the ferry service goes.
The investors are optimistic of finding success to make the project bankable and profitable and to add value to Caribbean travel, its investors and shareholders. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Gvd Eiffel reporting.
In other news, the government of St Lucia has extended condolences to the family of one of our most illustrious sons, the late Sir Leighton Thomas. Sir Leighton was the original composer of the national anthem of St Lucia. His musical notes on the national anthem convey the significance of the momentous achievement of attaining its independence. Sir Leighton's inedible contribution to the national anthem has helped to shape our national identity and has given our sons and daughters a sense of unshakable pride. Sir Leighton Thomas was the first principal of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College and served as St Lucia's representative on the UNESCO Executive Board for the period 1997 to 1999. Sir Leighton was a government senator and minister for the public service and public service reform in the office of the Prime Minister. His dedicated service to country has left a permanent impression on St Lucia's cultural and educational landscape. On Wednesday, the government of St Lucia paid tribute to Sir Leighton's legacy, which will live in our country's history for all time. Celebrations to mark the 170th anniversary of the St Josephs Convent, one of St Lucia's leading learning institutions, officially got underway Wednesday morning with an opening mass at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. Students, both past and present, adorned in the traditional blue and white shed worn by well-wishers, turn out in large numbers to celebrate the legacy of St Joseph's Convent. Michael Charles Noel reports.
Spanning many generations, Smurfettes took the spotlight on Wednesday, January 23rd to mark the start of celebrations of the 170th anniversary of the St Josephs Convent. SJC Pride, a celebratory mood and thanksgiving punctuated the opening mass as students celebrated in song, dance, and other artistic expressions. Principal Sister Rufina Donat told the audience the celebration should also be a time for reflection on the legacy and decorated history of the SJC.
As we gather to celebrate 170 years of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Cluny establishment in St. Lucia and the beginning of Ave Maria schools and St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, we give thanks to God for bringing us thus far. Today we honor not only the passage of time, but the countless lives that have been touched and molded within the hallowed walls of our schools. As we reflect on our rich history, let us recognize the profound impact of the dedicated sisters, teachers, and staff who have been the guiding lights, shaping minds and instilling values.
The St. Joseph's Convent is credited for providing the highest level of education for thousands of young girls in a Christian environment. The school has also held its place amongst the top on island. The school's principal also used Wednesday's occasion to offer a public apology for any errors or shortcomings which may have occurred throughout the SJC's 170 years of service.
On this momentous occasion, our school's 170th anniversary, we want to extend our heartfelt apologies for any errors or shortcomings that may have occurred throughout our long history of education. We want to express sincere regret for any oversights and commit to learning from them as we strive for excellence in education for the years to come. Together, everyone, let us embark on a journey to the pages of our school's legacy, celebrating the enduring spirit of education and faith that has stood the test of time.
The milestone celebration is being held under the theme 170, Keep It a Legacy. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Michaela Charles Noel reporting.
In other news, the Catteriss Constituencies Council has implemented a measure to help address the long-standing problem of uncontrolled vending on the sidewalks of the William Peter Boulevard in Catteriss. Over the years, the number of vendors at this location has increased, sparking concern from business owners and pedestrians. A new vending system is now in place, limiting the number of days vendors can operate at the boulevard. While officials say it is for the greater good, some vendors are unhappy. Makiba Eiffel takes a closer look.
The new vending schedule for the William Peter Boulevard was put into place effective Monday, January 22nd. This came after discussion between the management of the Catteriss Constituencies Council and a vendors committee. Now, vendors are barred from selling goods in the William Peter Boulevard from Mondays to Wednesdays, but can do so from Thursdays through Saturdays. CCC Operations Manager Nikki Calderon explained that the schedule had been in place before COVID-19. He says the new schedule is meant to bring some level of control.
So lately we have seen overcrowding in terms of vending in the boulevard, and the business places operating within that area have had issue with it, understandably so. And so what we decided to do was to meet with the Boulevard Committee to find a solution. And what it is, we met in October, and we decided that come January that we will allow persons to vend only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and also during specific occasions, that is Valentine's Day, Independence Day, that persons will be able to vend during the course of the week. Also, we have extended Constitution Park to them, for example, from the 8th of February. The 13th, the 12th or the 13th, we have what we call a Lovers Village. So basically, it's a give and take. We understand the situation, but also we are trying to reach out to the vendors to say, hey, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is made unavailable, whereas Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we can accommodate.
The new schedule has not been welcomed by some vendors who say it is affecting their full-time business as well as their income. According to them, the time is wrong given the downturn in the local economy.
I'm not mad, I'm angry because it is unfair to us, because since we only depend on vending in the boulevard as an income to pay our bills and for our children, to maintain our children, vending like from Thursday to Saturday, it's not sufficient.
They didn't give anybody any notice. They just announced it and they didn't give us time to think about have a meeting first and discuss it and stuff like that. I find that's unprofessional of them.
One vendor told our news desk on Wednesday he is adopting an approach of wait and see and will be monitoring the development closely. However, another popular city vendor has called for others to follow the rule, even though he was captured vending on a non-approved day.
Monday pour Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, loi yo passé nous doit aller et puis ça c'est petit c'est 22. Si yo dit yo pas venir vendre là pour 3 jours, moi d'accord avec ça. Well, moi pas ça là gen ça. Avec ces police là même parler bon nous yo dit nous abotli avec moi tenir les news encore. Tout ça gouvernement fait, moi même d'accord et puis because yo même t'a fait nous manger, yo pas manger tout. That's all I have to say.
With the new schedule, the Castries Constituencies Council says allowance will be made for special occasions like Christmas to allow daily vending in the boulevard. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
That's the news this hour. I am Tammy Frederick. Thank you for watching.